So, how was my day? Rushed, in a hurry, and don't know why. That's an Alabama song. Anyway, um, got up and I immediately went into Donna mode, which was like, tell Grandpa about how this is Good Friday. There's no Meals on Wheels. You're going to have to cook for him. Mail will come. Mail will get here. Don't worry about when it gets here. It'll just be here. So then after that, I go to work, then check in on him on his first break, which he's already napping. You can't nap when you're supposed to be eating, right? So I have to wake him up, tell him, hey, you know what? 11:45, got to get up. We're going to have lunch. So I got him up and he had biscuits and gravy by Jimmy Dean. I fixed it though. Jimmy Dean just helped out because I put it in the microwave. So then after that, of course, did the housework and then went back to work. And I've been reading my book here, The Truth About Cowboys, which it reminded me of my grandma, which now is 411 here. And I can tell you on the 11th of January of 2019, we lost grandma. So it's kind of, close to the holidays. So we got to try and keep spirits up. So why I'm talking so fast. Today I got a text message from Doug over there at Jackson. If you need a vehicle, now is the time to buy. Because he checked in on me, said, hey, happy anniversary. This has been 2 years since you did the impossible, proved everybody wrong, and congratulations on your ownership of your blue bombshell. Are you still happy with it? And I was like, oh yeah, it's only got 42,000 miles. It's not going anywhere. It's parked. It's the baby. It's my first SUV I ever got. And like I said, everybody at that time in 2016 was going, you're never going to get an SUV from a Malibu. Are you kidding? And I proved them all wrong by going to the place that proved them all wrong. They gave me a wonderful deal on my 2016 Equinox Blue Bombshell. Love it still. Anyway, after that, I decided that I finished my work day. Then I was going to try my bandana out for the first time, which that was kind of fun. I put it on, and of course the Wendy kids out there was like, oh, look, she's going to rob us. It's a stick-up. I'm like, no, 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 no. You have to wear the mask out, and of course Grandpa won't wear a mask, but the governor wears a mask, but our president won't wear a mask. So I guess it's kind of like, I'm the governor, and he's the president. Ha, ha, ha. Although he would hate that thing because he doesn't like our president, just saying. And neither do I. I didn't vote for him. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I voted for our governor, though. I love JB, just saying, and he'd make a great president. I'd support that run. Anyway, back to what I was saying. It's been a long day. It's just like I'm running 1,000,000 miles a week, and it's only one day. So anyway, we're trying tomorrow to get the oven seen about, which here's what that means. We're going to have to, I put this oven light in. Grandpa says I put it in too tight. That's so it busted. I don't know if that's necessarily the case, or if somehow he just fooled around with it and it busted, and then now we have to put a new one in, and it's the silver part of it is like too backed far in. You can't get it out without shocking yourself. So the bad part is we have to turn off the electricity, which the electricity runs to the refrigerator and the oven. So we may want to do this before we go anywhere tomorrow, just, to remove it before we go anywhere. And then I'm definitely going to have to push mow my part, because even though my blades aren't getting sharpened and his blades are getting sharpened, and I have a tough time with I'm going to have to come up with a name for that old bomb. We'll call it the old bomb. I have a tough time with that old bomb out there. So hopefully me and old bomb this year will make a go of it again. You know what? Maybe when we get that stimulus package, that big, beautiful stimulus package, I'll consider getting one of those mowers. Although I enjoy the pushing. This is no joke. I would just like to have one, though, that as soon as you push it, you can see a difference and you don't have to go back over the same area 2 or 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Whew. Winded already. Wound up like an 8-day clock. Anyway, we got that going on tomorrow. And of course, if y'all hadn't heard, Aldi's is closed on Easter. So if you have to go to Aldi's, you better be doing it on Saturday. And make sure you're doing your social distancing, and that you have one cart for one family. Okay? Yeah, roll the eyes now, but it all makes sense. We're all supposed to do this. So get through your store, get what you need there. Now, Dollar General will be open on Easter Sunday, but they're only going to be open till 5 o'clock for all of you people who didn't know and need to know. For further notice, I don't know about Dollar Tree, but lately that's the place we hang out, is Dollar Tree. You get some really good deals there, just saying. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I have a game plan tomorrow. My game plan is that we hit Aldi's. After we hit Aldi's, we're going to Dollar General just to get a few doodads there. Then we're going to hit County Market, and that's the conclusion of our day. Then we're going to come back home. I do plan on baking tomorrow night. God help me up there above, because I also got a mop tomorrow night. So between that and everything else, I'm going to be run nuts. So just put a prayer in there for me, because I'll probably having to be mowed too. So there's 3 things in one day. Not to mention usual housework. Oh, good gosh. Anyway, I have made a lot of progress with getting rid of some of my books, so now I have to reorganize those as well. It's like my own little personal library is going through an organization process right now, which is kind of cool. And I want to urge you all to give back. You know, it's just like everybody's doing this Day of Hope or Care Enough campaign. I'm doing a campaign, and it's called #Think of Others. That means putting yourself last and putting others first. Whether they are older, they are your I can't even think of the word that I'm trying to think of, thanks to Peanut running through here like a little madman. He's been doing this all day long. I don't know what's wrong with him, but hopefully he settles down. Anyway, elders. You know, you look up to your elders, whether it's your parents, whether it's your neighbors, where it's your co-workers, you know, somewhere in that line, maybe your teachers. Take the time, drop a line. Whether it's on Facebook, whether they have Facebook, know how to work Facebook. Maybe it's a text message. Maybe they have a cell phone. You have their number. This is the time to idolize it. If they've got a phone and they don't have a computer and they don't have a cell phone, take the time, because I'm urging you to make memories, because those things you can't buy back. You can't go to the store and return it. Those are the things that matter the most. You know, write a letter. Or a handmade card, and says, thinking of you. I was blue, and I hope this makes you smile. Something cheesy, something corny. Lord goodness knows I'm not the best writer in a card, but this is the time to take the time and the effort to give to others. This is the time to focus on making others realize that they matter to you. And I hope that that's what I urge all of you to do. With my little process of giving back to the 2 that I've chosen, not only that, but also the Wendy's crew, I always give back to them. I try to pay it forward with the aspect of, okay, I've done reading this book or magazine. Now, how can I give it another life? Maybe you have a different thought aspect of that. The library is closed right now, folks. You can't go to the library, okay? You can't go to Goodwill to pick up cheap books. I don't know about Salvation Army or Catholic Charity. I think Catholic Charities is closed as well. You can't go to those places right now. We are on quarantine. You've got your enjoyment out of those items. Pass it on. This is not the time to go, oh, look at that big old pile. What am I going to do with it? You all seen firsthand. When I get my bags going back here, I'm quick to get right on either the phone or send a text message, and I contact either Wanda or Deb, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I need to see you. You got this to pick up. Or I need to see you. I'm dropping this off. And you know what? Every time they ask me, well, what can I give you back? I'm like, your friendship is enough. Because you know what? Knowing that they are cared for and that they have something, and you know, to either eat, which I always throw in either a home baked good or definitely a can of something, and some either, you know, little puddings and applesauces or some sort of snack cake. It's rewarding in the fact that, you know, that, and with Deb, I gave her some cranberry juice and some little pops and stuff that we just don't drink. You know, it's a good idea to give to those and let them have a little bit of joy. Let them have something that maybe they don't have to go to the store for. Fight these insane crowds. We've all seen these insane crowds. It's insanity out there. You know, think of others right now. That's what I'm urging you to do. Give back. Okay, so I've told you my game plan for tomorrow. It's going to be insane. It's just going to be insane. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make a YouTube video for you tomorrow night. But I am proud that I've gotten everything wrapped and ready to go for Easter. That is something major right there. Because it's like, yeehaw, Mountain Dew, you know. I don't have to worry about that. Um, Maybe you can give to your mail person. Give them a can of pop. Give them a little cake or cookie that you have on the table. Because right now we need to all be thinking about each other. We need to be thinking about, you know what? How can I make a difference in somebody else's life? My sixth grade teacher, I can remember during our sixth grade graduation, told the best story about a starfish. About how this man found a starfish on the beach. And the guy, I think it was the young son that looked at him and he said, "What are you going to do?" He watched this man throw the starfish back into the sea instead of collecting it for a shell. And the little boy says to him, "Why'd you do that?" And he said, "Because that one mattered." Meaning it had a life to live, and he could make a choice and keep the nice little shell of the body and remember it for what the shell was on that beach, or that starfish could go on and live another life and give back, hopefully. So that's what I want all of you out there to do. I want you to give back. This is the time to make a difference. Whether it's you've read a magazine, you've read a book, you realize all these places are closed, from the library, the Salvation Army, Goodwill, and they would resort to either paying $7 for one of these books right here. You think I'm joking? Look at this. It's $5.98 if you were to buy the Walmart price on that book. Okay? And, some of these elderly people right now are struggling to get by. They can't pay $6 for a book. Okay? And that book right there, I got at Goodwill for 50 cents. And I'm grateful for whoever gave it to Goodwill, because I didn't have to pay that much for it. It was a year-old book, but you know what? I get to read the same story that was on my wish list on eBay for 50 cents. So you talk about making a difference, that's how you can make a difference. And, when Goodwill reopens, I'll be the first one there to be beating down that door because I miss y'all. But what I'm saying is, this is the time to make a difference for somebody else. Whether it's a book like that, or your magazines that you read like Woman's World, those run at $2.19 a magazine. I wish I had that magazine here to show you, but Deb's got the current one. It's for Easter. And you can give those. Maybe to not if you have a friend that, doesn't have the ability to buy it, or a next door neighbor or somebody, or, collect a bundle of them up, give a call to maybe a hospital or maybe one of these nursing facilities and say, "Hey, can I bring these over?" Just as long as you're making a difference for someone else. This is the time to do that. Now, why do I always remember the drive-thru at Wendy's? Well, because they're putting themselves in proximity of this Corona-19. Whether you believe it or not, they say this virus floats through the air, okay? So if it floats through the air, they're putting themselves in jeopardy for you and me. They take themselves home to their friends and family every single night. And that puts their friends and family in jeopardy. So it's a circle, okay? And you can think about how to make this better for them. Because you don't need to lose your temper. We're all in this, okay? Just because you can't go to spin class on Saturday night, don't take it out on your to-go order person, okay? Lord goodness knows, every time I get upset about my chicken and stars over there at County Market, I'm like, okay, I don't mean to be throwing a fit. And I know everybody's going through a lot. But it would be nice, A, if we could move those soup cans down. And B, if we could get some soup on the shelf. So as long as you're expressing yourself, not yelling, not going over the top, you're doing fine. And show a little appreciation. Show a little kindness. After all, they are essential workers. They're doing this job for you and I. And I know you may not be thinking about this right now, but you got the mailmen, you've got this grocery workers, you got the pharmacy people, you got the the doctors, you got the first responders, you got the EMTs, the nurses, you got all these people putting themselves at risk. A little thank you and a little appreciation goes a long way. Okay? So let's be a little kinder, let's be a little bit nicer, and even us telephone operators, we may not be out there, amongst y'all, but take the time to say please and thank you. I gotta say, it makes the difference. It really does. It brightens your day. And That's what you need to do. Say a lot of please and thank yous and show appreciation, if nothing else. When I bake my stuff and I take like cookies, muffins, and stuff, and I either give it to Wanda or Deb or our neighbors or the mail girl or even the Meals on Wheels to the guys and girls out there at Wendy's, it's to show appreciation for them. And which, by the way, thank you to the Meals on Wheels people for still delivering. You know, it takes a lot to make all of our wheels turn, right? So if a spoke in the wheel goes out of that wheel, does not turn, stop and think. We've got to show kindness. We got to show appreciation. And maybe during this holiday weekend, be a little kinder. Okay? Do something compassionate for others and just go the extra mile. And be like, wow, I made a difference in that person's life today. Just think of it as that starfish. That guy threw that starfish back in the water because it made a difference. You can make the difference. And you have the possibility of doing that. You don't have to show it with $1,000,000. You don't have to show it with $1,000. The mere kind thought, the way we talk, the way we, when I do these muffins and stuff, do you think I pay the biggest price for them? No. I mean, you can get cookie mixes where all it takes is a tablespoon of water and a half a stick of butter. Okay? You can get brownie mixes where all it takes is a little bit of vegetable oil and about 3 eggs if you want to make them cake size like I do. Or if you make a cake, 3 eggs in vegetable oil. Or, see how I'm keeping going here, if you make muffins, it's just a little bit of water from the packages. And usually those packages cost you a whole $1. If you go to Aldi's, you get the brownie mix for 85 cents. Or you could go to the Dollar Tree and get some there for $1 as well. So, I mean, it just takes a moment of time to be really kind to others. And I really hope I drive that home tonight. Tomorrow is going to be insanely busy. I look to mop, clean house, laundry again. I've got laundry going right now, but it's a never-ending story around here. And then I'll have to mow. And then, of course, we got to work on the stove together. That's going to be a joint venture, me and Grandpa. God above, help us out with that. Anyway, yeah, but the nice thing is it's my weekend off. We're going to try and get everything done and celebrate Easter on Sunday. It's going to be fun, okay? Stay tuned. You don't want to go nowhere, as always. I'm not going to sing for you tonight, surprisingly enough. You think I would. Oh, I guess I will. You twisted my arm. Okay, I'm going to sing a song. I haven't decided what song, so stay tuned.